Yeah, so my name is Brendan James Liddy, Corporal Brendan James Liddy, and I was the first responder on the scene of the shooting the other night, downtown Windsor. So we were outside having a cigarette, and next thing you know, you hear bang, 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 and a lot of people thought it was like a cap gun at first. I actually heard people yell out, was that a cap gun? And I knew right away, because I mean, I've heard actual firearms before, so I backed myself into behind a wall, taking cover, sort of looked out to see what was happening, and the guy, the shooter, was running away. No clue, it was just more of a silhouette, him running. And then I saw the guy walking, the victim, walk up to the side of the road, and he stumbled for a minute and fell into a sign and fell down. And so immediately I went over to him. I knew something was really, really wrong, obviously, from the gunshots, and I took off my suit coat. I had a suit on. I took off my suit coat, I handed it to my friend, and I got down on my knees and I said, "Hey, listen, my name's Brandon. I'm with Canadian Armed Forces. I'm a first aider. Can I help you?" He said yes. He was still conscious. We were talking, and so right away I went through the motions of doing first aid, feeling for wetness, you know, the blood, and feeling for holes in his clothes for gunshot wounds. And when I did find them, I then proceeded to remove, I ripped off the sleeves of his shirt to get the one wound on his arm, and then we lifted up his shirt to get to the rest of the wounds. And I found one on his arm, and I found one on his side, and there was one on his chest as well. I immediately looked up at a bystander and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna need your shirt." And he sort of looked at me puzzled for a minute, and I said, "No, really, you need to take it off." And so he did, and then we put pressure on the side wound here, and I had another bystander come in and sort of be my second as a helper. And so from there we just sort of did like casualty maintenance, I guess you could say, in order for the EMS to arrive and the police and everything. And so once the EMS arrived, they then got down with me and worked on him as I still maintained pressure on his wounds and stuff. And
how will you take this experience, this message with you going forward?
So I think what I can do, as having experienced this and having the message now that I'm carrying with me, is, you know, I'm not trying to force anybody to change or be someone they're not, but if you've ever felt that you have a little bit of leadership qualities in you or something like that, you know, use it, exploit that. I guess it's just everyone working together can probably push back a little bit of the crime and violence. Yeah.